Just when you think that Democrats can't do anything crazier, they do this. Democrat California Senator Scott Wiener was speaking at the California Senate, and he decided to talk about the issue that really mattered the most to him. Amidst all the mass homelessness in California, the economic problems, the crime, he decided to take the time to defend the Democrats' favorite group of people, sex offenders. Yes, I'm being serious. I'm not joking. As always, guys, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so that I can afford a hair transplant. Without further ado, guys, here is Senator Wiener.
That the sex offender registry contains a massive array of crimes, including, having sex in a car or in a park. That gets you on the sex offender registry. We also know that LGBTQ people have been massively and disproportionately targeted and subjected to being slammed onto the sex offender registry. That's the whole history of the sex offender registry. So this aspect of the bill is incredibly overbroad and discriminatory.
If I had $1 for every time a Democrat says that the sex offender laws disproportionately affect gay and trans people, I would have enough money to hire a PR person for Democrats to let them know that when they say that, they're kind of admitting that the LGBTQ community has the majority of groomers. They're literally admitting that to your face. His words, not mine, when talking about the Pride movement. And I quote, this is what he said, "That's the whole history of the sex offender registry." Someone put this man in charge of the Democrat Party. Please, please, we need this kind of honesty from them. Mr. Wiener's main problem. Also, for a second, can we just acknowledge the fact that this guy's last name is Wiener? I don't think I've heard of someone with the last name of Wiener that didn't turn out to either be a perv or a pedo. So I do feel a little bad for him because it seems like he was kind of destined for, I think of Anthony Weiner. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was a congressman in New York, and I think he got in trouble for sending some inappropriate photos to some younger ladies. So I do feel bad for him because it sounds like he was destined for this kind of satanic work. But in any case, Scott Wiener's main problem is that the sex offender bills are too discriminatory to those people. And this tells you everything that you need to know about where the heads of Democrats are at right now. They care more about the rights of offenders than children or other innocent people in society. And the same is true for a lot of different things. For the teachers' unions, for example, they care more about the teachers than they do the students. And the whole point of education is the students, not the teachers. But of course, they don't care about that. It's a deep part of the Democrat dogma to protect the person in power at the expense of the person who could be abused or could be more innocent, like children in this case. As I've talked about on the show before, I've talked about it a lot. There is a very, very good reason, like a very specific reason for why there is a plus at the end of LGBTQ plus. Like they could have just ended it there. In fact, you'll know that the term queer, which is the Q, is supposed to already be kind of all-encompassing. So the question is, why is that plus at the end? And it's very specific. It means endless possibilities. It's infinity. You can do whatever the heck you want. And just remember that that means that plus always has and always will include a P. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The Republican Party position on this is very clear. On the other hand, that's a Democrat position. The Republican Party position is very clear. Lock them up, throw away the key unless they are truly repentant. If they're truly repentant, then you put them on the shortest leash possible. Hey guys, I'm excited to announce that I am rolling out my Substack. If you didn't know, Substack is simply a newsletter that allows me to get you the daily news as well as my political commentary and opinion on it. It's completely free to you. It comes in your email and you can cancel anytime. In addition to the news and the commentary, though, I'm also going to be showing all my subscribers some of the inner workings and background of the show, as well as you'll have direct contact with me. We'll be able to bounce political ideas off each other and just interact directly. Generally speaking, right now, guys, you can go to the link in the description and subscribe. Go check it out. So my beautiful home state of Utah is being overrun with social Marxists right now, guys. The Salt Lake City mayor announced that she is adding the Sego pride and trans flags to the city buildings. The reason why it's Sego, by the way, if you didn't know, the Sego lily is the state flower of Utah, if I remember correctly from 4th grade. But this is coming because the Utah legislature, the reason why she's doing this, it was already the case. It was already the case that they were having these flags in city halls or schools, for instance, but she's making it, again, an official flag of the city. And the reason why is because the Utah legislature did something incredibly non-controversial, in my opinion, and very, very good, which is that they banned government buildings in Utah from flying flags that aren't the American flag, the Utah flag, or their city flag. And so to get around that, Aaron Mendenhall, who's the leftist mayor of Salt Lake, just made the pride and the trans flag official city flags. Like, these aren't just flags that they're allowing like they were before. They had to make them official flags. And yes, this does mean that it can be flown in schools, despite that being one of the purposes of the Utah legislation banned the flags in the first place. So she was actually asked about it this week, and I want to show you her response because it's pretty much a complete all-out lie. Here it is.
You say you don't want to sow division, but does this sow division just by default?
These flags are about inclusion, acceptance, and unity. That is what they're about. And those are the values of this city. And I believe they're the values of this nation.
So she says it's about inclusion. You want to know how I know that these flags aren't about inclusion? Because those were the flags that she chose. It's not like she just chose a flag that means inclusion. There could be just a random flag out there that just means include people. Has nothing to do with sexuality, has nothing to do about gender, nothing like that, just inclusion. That's not the flag she chose. You could have chosen a flag, for instance, being in Utah, that had a church on it. And it was somehow symbolic of, for instance, Utah, we have more weekly attendees to church than any other place in the whole Western world. Nowhere else do more people go to church. So you're just thinking about Utah. She could have made that a city flag, for example. But she didn't choose that. She made it very specific. She chose some LGBTQ propaganda for the school kids. So basically, if you live in Salt Lake right now, you've got three options. And I'll tell you the one that I like the most. The first one is you can homeschool. But all of them are perfectly legitimate, by the way. The first one is you can homeschool. The second one is you can just move out of Salt Lake City. Or the third one, which is my favorite, which is that you vote the Marxists out. Because this is Utah, guys. Like, for Pete's sake, why is this cruel? I know a lot of you are going to say, Salt Lake's far gone. You don't know what you're talking about. It's a leftist city. Guys, I've lived in Utah my whole life. I know what Salt Lake is. And I don't agree that it's too far gone. I just don't. I think that there are enough people in Salt Lake right now that can really turn this around if they stop sinking into political laziness. I know a lot of people in Salt Lake who are not politically lazy. They're very good and they do a lot of good work. However, even with all the very religious people here, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, of which I am a member, there are a lot of conservatives, all of them. A lot of them buy into the DEI, woke, LGBTQ crap in an effort to be inclusive. And it's a massive fail. Don't do it. If those people will turn around, I 100% believe that people like Aaron Mendenhall can get pushed out, and a Republican, not just any Republican, by the way, it's not even necessarily partisan. A Republican could put a stupid flag in there as well, but an actual conservative, a true conservative who is religious, preferably a member of the church, because they should be representing the people who are there, and most people in Utah are members of the church. That's who should be in there. Don't let Aaron Mendenhall brainwash your kids. That's your job. I know a lot of you enjoy reading, so I wanted to introduce you to my book, A New Cult. It's over on the bookshelf back there over my shoulder. I talk about how the left has literally devolved into a cult. Talk about some crazy stories that I know you'll enjoy reading. Go check it out right now. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel so that the YouTube overlords don't hide it and other patriots like yourself can see it. And you can also check out another video right here.